Okay, I thought I had my microphone paused. I didn't know if y'all could hear it or not. Let me check my volume. Okay, we look live. Look like everybody is tuning in. Let me reiterate. I'm gonna let a little audio play. We're gonna establish some foundation. This is your boy speaking. Julius Malama. He dropping the coldest, realest shit. He is single-handedly about to start a real movement that in the next 20 years will spread all over Africa. And then we will see Africa inspire a movement in goddamn America. And we could get rid of this fake ass Black Power movement shit we got today. This shit is nonsense. Y'all niggas do not know the difference between nationalism or socialism. You niggas is screaming Black Power, talking about your Black nationalists. But I'm telling you for a goddamn fact, you are Marxists, socialists, communists, perpetrating as Black nationalists. And so through a real socialist, we're going to learn how real socialism is propagated by the Black Fist. He representing nationalism to a small degree and socialism to a large degree. He has the combination. He talking integration into his country. Y'all niggas talk nationalism, but operate integration. Y'all niggas is liars. We could get somewhere if you stop lying. We could figure out what the fuck we need to do and what side of the fence we want to ride on. Martin Luther King had a dream that your ass wouldn't nationalize yourself. That was his dream, that you wouldn't fight the goddamn boule. And y'all niggas is mad at Pitt for spoiling your goddamn dreams. So you sit back. This is a real video I'm laying. Do I got any rotters in the chat room right now? Because if one of these socialist niggas jump in my shit, I need y'all to bang on them in the chat room. Don't let their ass breathe. I know they watching because I'm already down like more times than I'm liked. And I still drop this shit. I know y'all niggas ain't gonna support this. Y'all want to go see what young Pharaoh talking about. But they can't handle this subject because they don't understand this shit. And I'm going to connect all this shit to Booker T. Washington. Watch me. Sit back. Show me where your leader had any effect on the movement that's going on today. Connect your leader to any goddamn thing going on in Africa. Connect them dots. Because I'm about to connect this shit.
Walk to Ramaphosa, who presided over the killing of the Marikana people. Why? Because black people are subhuman. We are not human beings. We don't have the same rights as white minorities. When I say so, they say he's a racist. He's always talking racism. Some of the EFF people say, we respect you, but leave the racism thing. The problem in South Africa, in the whole of Africa, in the whole of the world, is racism. Because capitalism favors minorities, particularly in South Africa and the African continent. If we resolve that, we are halfway through.
Now understand, when he bangs on capitalism, he banging on the current way capitalism is being applied today. Capitalism works for the white Boers in South Africa perfectly. It It allowed them to control everything. But because of the bad politicians, it's failed them. So he wants to move in a socialist way with government policies. He gonna have a superhuman size welfare program for South Africa. But as he get ready to tell them what he expect of them, it's all Booker T. He want them to own the land and get ready to work the land. That's Booker T. Now let's get it.
Fellow fighters, the president of the student command said you must register to vote. Many of you here are not registered to vote. Yet ufuna. Let us take government so that we can take the land. We want to Pumalanga. This province belongs to us. The mines in this province belong to us.
So his first stage is the democratic process. In order to take the land, he's going to do it democratically. So he's going to register them to vote. And then he's going to have them vote them into office. And then he's going to take the policies and operate with the Freedom Act of 1956. He wants to follow it to a T. And he wants the land to go back to the majority. And he wants the white folks to stay. And if they 6% of the country, he gonna give them 6% of the land. If you're 5% of the country, you're gonna get 5% of the land. You ain't gotta go nowhere. But what you got to do is pay homage. Get ready.
The trees in this province belong to us. We want to remove the stooges of D.D. Mahuza and bring the government of the people here in Pumalanga, here in Kharsiban. As so Palisa, so that we can register. We can vote. If you are an EFF member and you are not registered to vote, you are a sellout. If you are not a sellout, go out there, register. 2019, we want the government of the EFF in Pumalanga, in the whole of South Africa. Comrades, let us respect the freedom of the media. Let us defend it. Let the journalists take our pictures, Deputy President, and we must pose for them. Because we are photogenic. We must never be scared of pictures of the media. We must never be scared of what the media reports, because we know what we stand for. We stand for the truth. We've got nothing to hide.
This is an ongoing process going live. If these niggas in the conscious community was conscious of black power and liberation, if they was for really real about that shit, they would superimpose the ideas going on live in South Africa into their mouths. And they would simultaneously run the same script. Slightly different since we don't outnumber white folks. They say we 12% of America. Give us 12% of the land. Y'all niggas ain't ready for this kind of shit. Y'all niggas love integration. You love eating at the white folks shit. You love paying rent. Your ass love getting locked up for driving too fast on a suspended license. You love the white men come in and tell you how much money you got to give for child support. You niggas love this shit. Stop lying. Especially if your ass making money. You ain't got a problem with nothing going on. because you don't want to give up none of your comfort. You ain't trying to give up your biscuit so that everybody got a biscuit. Hell nah.
A true lie. No journalist should feel threatened in the EFF. Whether it's NCA, the reactionary NCA or not, let us not threaten them. But let's tell journalists, where you tweet nonsense, where you speak nonsense, we shall confront you and tell you it's nonsense. Because media freedom should not suppress a contestation of ideas. Journalists must not be sensitive. Journalists must be open to criticism the same way they criticize us and we receive. They must receive when they are criticized. Fighters, these people here, journalists all over the world, they don't threaten anyone. Even if they write bad about you, you know the truth. Some of us, nonsense was written about us. They even took decisions in the editorial rooms that Malema must be covered negatively. He must be projected as a monster and a killer machine. But we know the truth. The masses know the truth. You will never mislead the masses. Even with the white-owned media, let them write what they want to write. Let us defend them to write what they want to write. Because history will absorb us. History will tell whether we were wrong or right. History will tell whether the EFF was disruptive or not. Everything we said in this country became true. If we are doubting EFF, when we went to parliament, sithe uZuma makakhokhele imali, pay back the man. Zuma paid back the man. We said Zuma must be removed as a president, but there's nothing that is going to happen. Zuma is looking after his cattle in Incan because of the EFF. Such high abantwana in universities babathole imfundo yamahala bathi hayi ngiyagula ngeke iyenzeke lento bathi uZuma athi hayi laba basebenza ne-CIA bafuna i-free education bathi i-America ne-Britain. We will never give them free education. Today, the EFF has registered more than 100,000 students free of charge in the universities.
All right. Before I let it continue to play, because he spit venom all through this thing, I'm trying to illustrate to you what I came in the conscious community to settle. What in the fuck are we doing in this motherfucker? That's the question. What in the is this motherfucking shit about Sarnetta and a motherfucking award, or is this motherfucking shit about the truth? These motherfuckers don't want truth. They want to be told fairy tales that they gods and they princes and they kings and these motherfuckers is economic slaves. Don't nobody want to admit the truth. Until you deal with the motherfucking truth, you will never get out your condition. You got to first admit the truth, and then you can be free. That's what the truth does. It sets you free from bondage of your own mind. Because you bounded by the thoughts you create. All this nonsense about where your bitch ass come from is not fucking relevant. There's nobody in Africa who identifies your ass as a member of their country. They just give you warm greetings when you show up so you can spend some of that money. That's all you are, is a motherfucking tourist in Africa. That's all you are. Your fight is right here in America. Your job is get your shit together. That's your job. You motherfuckers is not on your goddamn job. So I'm about to give your punk ass a job. Understand what the fuck the real is. Nobody in the conscious community would ever try to contend me on this shit right here. They can't fuck with me. Their information is falsified. They want to misdirect your ass back 5,000 years ago to some shit that ain't relevant. I'm about to connect your ass right back to Booker T. Nothing but relevant. I could take on anybody out there talking in the public. I will cancel they shit if they ain't speaking what I'm speaking. So now let's connect some dots. So the first motherfucking dot we got to connect is this dot right here. What you looking at is a black man named John Dub. He was born the 11th of February in 1871. His nationality is South African. His education and occupation was a writer, an educator, and a politician. He is the founding president of the South African Native National Congress, the ANC. This is the nigga who started it all. Now, the EFF got a serious issue with the sellout Negro niggas that occupy this particular party today. Over 100 and goddamn 40 years have passed since this man was born. And what he established is no longer following policy. And the EFF, the Economic Freedom Fighters, have come to shut that shit down. Now let's learn a little something about this man. We're going to go to his influence by Washington. Dub, let me blow it up a little bit. Dub had experienced firsthand the influence of Booker T. Washington in his travels to the USA to expand his education in the early 1890s. He and his wife founded the Olang High School in 1901, a school dedicated to teaching Bantu women modern ways in order to liberate and find a place in modern society. In his Ukazipia, Dub had identified the Bantu women as the weakness in developing Bantu society because of the society's restriction on education for women and what he identified as women's propensity to ephemera. Dub was particularly influenced by reading Washington's Up from Slavery. What a goddamn world impact this book had. A book on self-reliance, the gospel that was taught by the American sage Rudolph Waldo Emerson. Washington's book proved immensely influential in the Bantu's thought and across the Black world. It was subsequently translated into several Bantu languages in South Africa, but Dub never chose to translate Hometown of King Williamstown in the province of Eastern Cape. Dub had been inspired by Washington's Tuskegee Institute. Years later, Marcus Garvey attempted to see Washington become of some similar inspiration, Though he arrived in the U.S. in 1916, Washington had died the previous year. Dub's school is still functioning today. Dub was a firm believer in self-reliance, both as ethical and spiritual quest towards realization of dignity and respect in the eyes of others. In Iseta, he preached for self-reliance and the need for Black people to initiate economic ventures in order to gain respect in the eyes of the world. Remember these things. Economic ventures in order to gain respect. This is the shit that Julius Malali is talking about. Ownership of the land is dignity and respect. That shit comes straight from this guy who came straight from Booker T. Don't make me connect these dots on you. Now let's get into some more details. Now, I'm reading something called John L. Dub and Booker T. Washington, Olang and Tuskegee. Berlin College had always stressed its motto, learning and labor, the accomplishment of two important civil rights activists, Reverend John L. Dub and Booker T. Washington, also were inspired by this motto. John L. Dub is often called the African Booker T. Washington. Let's look at the connection between these two important civil rights activists and their relationship with the Oberlin College. Like Dub, Washington played an important role as a civil rights leader, a writer, and an educator. Both these men fought against sharp radical inequalities in their respective nation. Booker T was a powerful orator and a lecturer often centered on race relations. Washington lectured at Oberlin College on a number of occasions. Let me make it small so I don't have to keep on moving the page. Washington's first documented lecture at Oberlin was in the fall of 1897. He was the fourth guest of the ULA, the Union Liberty Association lectures. His lectures was entitled The Negro Problem in the Black Belt of the South. According to an article in Oberlin Review, Washington held the greatest audience in close attention from the beginning to the end of his address. Washington's approach to education and labor, the review paraphrased Washington, writing that the conditions of African Americans in the South will only improve if he learns to be put brains and skills into his labor. According to the article, Washington was arguing for more technological advanced methods of labor. One can infer that at the institution like Tuskegee, such methods were taught and promoted. Washington pushed the boundaries of an industrial education. At Tuskegee, students not only learn how to set type on the printing press, but probably also learn how to set type for their own compositions. Similarly, Tuskegee pushed the boundaries of education in the agriculture training. Students learned farming methods and were also taught marketing skills. Washington noted in his speech that his goal was to help African Americans make the most of their labor. The Black man's work, he is patented, industrious, and faithful, but he does not know how to utilize the results of his labor. He can raise cotton, but the trouble comes when he tries to follow it to the market. He finds the doors shut in his face. He hasn't the business skills to deal with it himself there, and others reap the profit of his labor. The goal of Tuskegee was to empower African Americans with the ability to reap the maximum amount of crops and to be able to sell it in the market for an optimal price. Washington's solution to the problem in the Black Belt of the South was practical education. Washington called for an education that would give African Americans the opportunity to better their situation. Now, I want to move down a little bit. I want to come in where Dub hits in. This is part 4. In a letter sent to Washington in March of 1897, Dub makes clear Tuskegee influence on the founding of Alain. I am very much interested in just the same work that you are for my people of the Zulus of South Africa. I am here preparing to return and start a school of an industrial character. Among them, I desire to have an interview with you, for I wish to visit both Hampton and Tuskegee before my return to my native land. Please drop me a card early tomorrow morning so that I may have a pleasure of seeing you. Dub and Washington may have even met in Oberlin during the early 20th century. According to Marilyn Merrill, Dub was in the United States raising funds for the Olang Institute in 1896 to 1899. And during this time, Dub visited Tuskegee Institute and consulted with Booker T. Washington. In fact, Washington even asked Dub to speak at Tuskegee in the commencement on May 27, 1897. Dub responded characteristically with an elaborate address that praised Washington's industrial education work and the detail and urgent need for self-help programs among his people in South Africa. Apparently, Dub's speech was well received at the Birmingham News Committee on Dub's rare force. The article continued to praise Dub, stating the Zulus came near to being heroes of commencement. Washington and Tuskegee were inspirational in the guiding force of the youthful Dub. Dub was proud of his connection with Tuskegee. Dub and Washington met in Tuskegee in May of 1897. Clearly, Dub appreciated what he saw there. Just a few months later, Dub wrote Washington asking, "My dear sir, can I use your name in endorsing my work? I have recently visited your establishment." Presumably, the said establishment is Tuskegee. Dub continued to respect Washington and seek his approval. In September of 1907, Dub wrote a letter to Washington in which he enclosed a clipping of the natal advertisers of Dub's speech to the Zulu people. We do not know specifically which speech Dub is referring to in this letter. Most likely, he gave a speech in which he used Christian morality and his Commission's Affairs report. There go the Bible. I know y'all hate that shit. I know that's not what you want to hear. I know that's why you won't fuck with it, but it's there in the establishment of South Africa, in the establishment of Tuskegee, and in the establishment of the Industrial Revolution for Black people. It's there. They not on this motherfucker talking about ancient South African spiritual values. They not in this bitch talking about Ifa. They not in this motherfucker talking about Islam. They talking about the Bible, its moral value, Booker T, Dub of South Africa, and the formation of the ANC and the Industrial Revolution out of colonialism and slavery. You can't fuck with Pitt, boss, with this Pan-African shit. You don't got nothing to fuck with me. You can't show me how your leader inspired the creation of industry. Fuck a book. Fuck a few speeches. Show me the nation building of your information. Not a bunch of niggas running around with paper plates talking about their nation. Not a bunch of niggas in bow ties talking about you a nation. Show me the nation and the land and the government and the education and the institutions and the motherfucking army. I want to see it. I don't want to just know. I don't want to just believe. I want to know. You can't fuck with this. This is red hot shit. I covered this way back, but most y'all motherfuckers wasn't listening then. I've been connected Booker T to the ANC. That was one of my primary jobs off the muscle. The Bantu women were not educated by African tradition. You niggas really don't want to be Africans because they didn't teach the women in South Africa, not the Bantu. We got it from the horse's mouth. Now, y'all didn't know that red, black, green went back to Booker T. You thought that shit went back to Garvey. Garvey only identified the flag. He didn't lay the motherfucking framework. He wasn't even in the game in 1901. He wasn't in the game in 1897 when South Africa and Tuskegee linked up. This didn't just happen in South Africa. This happened in Liberia, in Senegal, in Ghana, all over the world. Booker T pushed us into the industrial age. And if it wasn't for Zionism and the Jew, motherfucker, you'd have been where you wanted to be. But the Zionists had a goddamn comeback for your ass. They would make Booker T get sick and die. They would deport Garvey, and they would institute W.E.B. Du Bois, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King to give you that NAACP integration and socialism, so your punk ass would never think about building nothing on your own and being self-reliant. And you bitch ass niggas just smashing on Pitt. Like I'm the weak nigga. Bitch, I'm the only nigga around this motherfucker yelling Booker T. Y'all better take note. You better get your shit right. You better learn what these white folks is fearing. They not fearing this fake ass black power bullshit y'all niggas is pushing. You niggas don't even know what the fuck is going on. Only I do. And y'all niggas won't fuck with me. Oh well, ain't gonna stop my boat. My shit gonna float. Cause there's motherfuckers that do fuck with me. And they got more money than you. Just sit back, watch the game go down. Don't be surprised if you see Pitt Boss in South Africa standing on an EFF stage. I can go anywhere with this information. You can't go anywhere with your information and get no attention. Why in the fuck is Umar in fucking London? Why the fuck he ain't on his way to South Africa? Why Sonetta ain't on his way to this where the motherfucking game going down at? Nah, your niggas is standing around handing out awards to the fakest motherfucking black power nigga you could find. Patting each other on the back for pushing integration as black nationalism, for pushing Zionism as Pan-Africanism, for flipping the script on the real shit for the fake shit, for smashing on Christianity and upholding Satanism. You motherfuckers can't fuck with me. My information rock the fuck solid. Oh, y'all can't take it. Y'all can't take it. It goes way too hard.
Bathi hayi bathi bafuna umhlaba ngeke yenzeke amabhunu bazobulala labafana ngeke bathole umhlaba sangena eParliamente sathi umhlaba siyawufuna iParliamente yavuma yathi let's expropriate land without compensation. Yeah. After they elected Ramaphosa, bathi hayi i-opposition is irrelevant. Uyangena Ramaphosa bathi uBhafalo kanti hayi lo hayibhafalo isardines le. One buffalo, there's no, oh, maybe they refer to his beauty that is beautiful like buffalo, I don't know. But if they are talking strength, Ramaphosa is equivalent to sardines. Ramaphosa is no threat to the EFF. The EFF, no one can crush it. The EFF is a boomerang. The EFF is something that you can't define. When it comes your way, you must create the way or it will crush you to death. They will never defeat the EFF. They will never kill the EFF. They can do whatever they want to do. The EFF is here to stay. The EFF is the government in waiting. The EFF shall restore the dignity of black people because the EFF is the only organization that associates with black people unashamedly. We are fighting for blacks and we will win because no one can defeat a black nation. When we are united as a force, no one can defeat us. Look at the black unity in parliament when we voted for expropriation of land without compensation. When the ANC, the EFF, the PAC, the Tampa bodies, all of them, the black parties came together. The DA is still crying today. Why? They were defeated by black unity. And black unity does not mean unity of wrong things. There is no unity in corruption. We have got no tolerance for corruption, whether it's done by a black person or not. When you steal from black people as a black person, you cease to be a black person. You are a non-white person. You are something in between. We don't know who you are. Like Zuma is not black. Like Ramaphosa is not black. They are non-white. They are not black. Because no black person kills another black person. No black person goes and rapes other people. No black person goes and exploits other people. A black person is a caring person inspired by African spirit inside, which is Ubuntu. That's who we are. If you kill people, you are not black. If you steal, you are not black. If you hate white people, you are not black. But because we do not hate white people, we are disagreeing with them. And disagreement is not hatred. My conscience is clear. I've got no hatred for white people. I've got the fundamental differences with them. The way they are handling the affairs in South Africa is not right. They have to
see he taking a scientific, fucking realistic motherfucking approach. He ain't up on the motherfucking stage talking about cracker this and cracker that. This motherfucker being honest that he don't hate the white man, he disagrees with them. That's motherfucking honest, because you niggas don't hate the white man. You disagree with the motherfucker, but you show your disagreement with the fakest black power you can fucking come up with to show the white man that you don't really hate him. You hate yourself because you don't know what the fuck is going on. You motherfuckers sit there posting up your memes thinking you banging on the Bible. You ain't banging on the Bible. You banging on your motherfucking self because you don't even want to identify with the real motherfucking history that put your punk ass on this planet today. Fuck what your DNA background is. Who give a fuck? You ain't never gonna go join where the fuck your DNA come from. Ever. You ain't never gonna cross near motherfucking finish line trying to tell them, trying to prove to the white man that your motherfucking ass is an aboriginal, that you a motherfucking Moor, that you a goddamn Hebrew Israelite, that he don't give a fuck. All you niggas is gonna be economic slaves. He don't give a fuck what you are. If you ain't Jewish, motherfucker, fuck you. And that's what he telling you. So he ain't gonna fall for no punk ass, fake ass speech that the American, African American confused niggas is talking. He ain't going for that shit. He understands the game. He understands that, look, we got two options. We can be like Zimbabwe and we can take this motherfucker by force and just kill these motherfuckers. And then we got to worry about the aftermath. We got to worry about the global world outcasting us, not fucking with us for 100 years. And we're going to be in poverty and we're going to be suffering. Or we could take their system, their democratic system, vote our way into motherfucking office with some real motherfucking gangsters who gonna pass some real motherfucking laws that's gonna take this motherfucking land. And we still gonna get backlash, but we gonna occupy it anyway. Then we gonna invite their ass to join us and get into this money. And we gonna give them proper portions. This ain't gonna be that bullshit them African American niggas is yelling, talking about the fake motherfucking black power. He got on the black fist with the green Africa and a yellow pentagram with an oil pipe on that motherfucker and a spear. When you understand what the fuck he is symbolizing in their logo, the oil represents the economics. The black fist represents the social struggle of the people. The motherfucking spear represents the war they willing to bring for the green continent that they live on. And they gonna do it all with the up pointing star. White motherfucking magic. You don't want to fuck with me. I'm telling you. I'm not here for debating weak motherfuckers who don't know what the fuck they talking about. I gave y'all your primary evidence. I gave you the fucking current speech. I'm laying it out simply. You think these motherfuckers would be like, look, hold up, y'all motherfucker. I know y'all don't like Pitt, Boss, the Christian bully. But right now, he the only motherfucker talking real shit. I'm not banging on the Muslims. I'm not banging on the Comedics. I'm not banging on the Hebrew Israelites. I'm just giving you what the fuck is really going on. I don't give a fuck what you think your God is or what motherfucking spiritual system you riding with. It don't even matter right now. We can do that on some side shit. I'll bring that preterism back and break your neck with it. But that's not the point. The point is, when is you motherfuckers gonna call out these fake ass niggas that y'all love on YouTube and support like a motherfucker? When you gonna call these niggas out? You scared? Because these motherfuckers can't do what I'm doing. They can't play this video and break this shit down with their motherfucking paradigms. They can't connect this shit to their leaders at all. Because their leaders didn't exist in 1897. They ain't had a dog in the motherfucking fight. But look what's in the fight. Booker T. Washington Pan-Africanism. Industrialism. Technological advancement for agriculture. What the fuck you think this dude gonna need right here when he finally accomplish his goal? He gonna need technological advancement for the agriculture. He gonna need industrialism for the motherfucking nation. He gotta put these niggas to work. He gonna be fully rocking Booker T Tuskegee program in 2019. Should he go in the motherfucking office? And then he gonna oust all the boule niggas in his country who flew to America and got a motherfucking NAACP integrationist degree and went back and fucked they goddamn country up, fucking with these fake ass niggas today. But see, not even he got a Booker T education. He don't know the shit I'm talking about, though he's spitting it. Because it's osmosis that nature will make shit happen regardless of your opinion. And by nature, this nigga spitting what's in his soul. Just being honest.
And we don't have to justify that. If you don't pass at school, you're not black. If you eat in Nyaupe, you're not black. If you are an alcoholic, you are not black. For because black people are dignified people who respect themselves. If you go around to pee on the street, you are not black. Because black people will look for a hidden place and sort themselves out. Why? Because they are dignified people. Blackness means self-love. You have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you have no reason to be in the EFF. Because yeah, in the EFF, even when we don't have houses, even when we don't have water, even when our children go to school without shoes, we have self-love. We will never surrender to whiteness. We will never surrender to food parcels. We will never surrender to t-shirts. We will never surrender to social grant because we have self-love. When you take food parcel, it doesn't mean you don't love yourself. You love yourself. But don't take food parcels and follow fools into the ANC. Then you lack self-love. When you get a social grant, don't take a social grant and follow fools into the ANC. You must say, I'm taking this social grant because it's my money. It's not an ANC money. I don't want to back the ANC. It's your money. Plus it's too little. When we take over, we're going to increase it. We double it. Because it's your money.
See, the ANC in his fucking country currently is equal to the representation that we got. Fake motherfuckers who done sold you out. They talk black, think white. They talk black and think white. And when they done talking, ain't shit happening. Just more motherfucking speeches. More motherfucking get-togethers in this city, in that city. More motherfucking fake-ass niggas claiming to be Garveyites and ain't got a goddamn thing in association with a fucking Garveyite. Umar Johnson on his motherfucking channel right now. His motherfucking focus is trying to teach you the values of the Orishas, because that's the fucking shit that entertains you niggas. If a nigga tell you what you want to hear, that's all he gotta say. But Pit Boss will come in this motherfucker and spoil your wet fucking dream. Fuck your shit all up. Turn the lights on this motherfucker and snatch the covers off your bitch ass. And tell you, get your punk ass up, jacking off on your goddamn self, bitch, and do something around this motherfucker. And you don't want to hear that shit. You mad in the motherfucker. Like when you was a kid and your mama came in the house and made your punk ass get the fuck up and go to school. And you crying, talking about you want some cereal. Bitch, get your ass out of bed and go learn some shit so you could be somebody. And when a motherfucker fuck you niggas off with the truth, you bitch ass niggas go to down like it because you don't like a nigga attitude. Fuck you. Fuck what you like. What the fuck you like don't do shit. So you niggas go and y'all pump these niggas up. These motherfuckers is big as a motherfucker. I look on their channel, donations just pouring the fuck in because they sending your ass to dream. Dr. Ben sold you a fucking dream. Martin Luther King gave you a fucking dream. Malcolm X gave you a fucking dream. None of that shit was black nationalism. Black nationalism begins with economic development. Not no motherfucking fronting, marching down the motherfucking street, not getting on the motherfucking camera and banging on the white man. That shit don't lead to nothing but you getting shot. That's it. You don't believe me? Start banging on the white man and go hard as you motherfucking can and watch how long it take for they treat your punk ass like I Empress Sekhmet and slap you in the fucking head for waving guns, talking about what you gonna do to the police and get your bitch ass in the court and make you cry on camera just to show these motherfuckers you ain't shit. So you can get free and connect up with another fake ass nigga just like yourself, like Sinetta, so he can pump you up and make you look like you're tough. So you can come back on the mic and talk that black shit, but think that white shit. You can't fuck with me. I done took on this whole fucking conscious community. I don't agree with none of these motherfuckers. Near one of these motherfuckers that I connect with. So what was the outcome? They don't want to fuck with Pitt Boss. What the fuck Pitt Boss do? The nigga checked into a 5-star hotel and start eating nigga lobster dinners on the beach. Fuck them. They don't want a bubble. Fuck them. And y'all niggas is mad. And still, through all the motherfucking hate, I still get on this motherfucker and push the line by my motherfucking self. Because I know you motherfuckers get it. I know you few motherfuckers that tune into me. No matter how much you hate me, you looking at this shit like, man, I didn't know none of this shit. I didn't even understand that Booker T was the motherfucking pinnacle for setting South Africa into an industrial age and sending word to John Dub to educate the Bantu women so we could get the EFF cracking in this motherfucker 100 years later. That's how long it take to get through to some niggas. 100 fucking years before you niggas is tired of lying to yourself. The Bible is all through it. You can't separate that shit from black liberation. It built black liberation. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. I'm not talking about these sellout ass niggas like TD Jakes, Boulay, Creflo Dollar, NAACP niggas. I'm talking about the gangsters. Booker T. Washington, Marcus Garvey, Edward Blyden, Nat Turner, real motherfuckers that died for this shit. Not these motherfucking fools that you accuse of selling you out and enslaving you and making you soft with the Bible. If the Bible make you soft, why is Pitt Boss the Christian bully up in this motherfucker? Punking you niggas with the word. I know y'all hate that shit. Because I know none of y'all niggas want to go up against this shit for real, for real. Because if you niggas really believe this shit, you wouldn't let no punk shit enter you. And that's as real as it motherfucking get.
Fellow fighters, let us unite and join the movement against the increase of VAT. We don't want an increase of VAT because it is going to be too much on the poor. The poor cannot survive as things are now with 14% They give you social grants. They say you are poor. After giving you social grants, they come at night. They steal that social grant through VAT. VAT must fall. We don't want an increased VAT in South Africa. We want corporate tax increased. We want the collection of tax from big companies increased, because these big companies are stealing money in South Africa and they are putting it outside South Africa. We must go and fetch our money from big companies, not from poor people. Fellow South Africans, the future looks bright. The EFF has arrived. The EFF is unstoppable. Black people, prepare yourself. You must start exercising. We are going to work the land now. We need strong people to work the land now. The land is coming to MLO. The people of MLO will have their land. We want to find you strong. We want to find you prepared. We want to find you ready to work the land. We will not leave you with the land alone. We are going to give you the implement. We are going to give you tractors. We are going to give you the seed. We are going to give you financial skills on how to manage the finances from a successful farm. The land is coming. Stop complaining and saying it looks like our ancestors have abandoned us. There is no ancestor who has abandoned you. You will abandon yourself through laziness. Come and occupy the picket line. Come to the EFF and say, enough is enough. We want our land now. We cannot postpone it anymore. The Constitutional Review Committee is going to have 30 meetings in South Africa. You must go to those meetings. You must tell members of parliament that we don't know why you are here. You are wasting our time. Go back and change the constitution and take our land and give it to the people of South Africa. Yeah. The future is land. Without land, we are doomed. Some of you say, hi, hey Malema, what's going to happen? These people are going to leave. China has got its own land. They are not leaving China. They are entering China. Zimbabwe has got its own land. They are going back to Zimbabwe. They are not leaving Zimbabwe. So the Zimbabweans, if they make a mistake of returning the land back to these people, then they will have themselves to blame. Then they will have Mnangagwa to blame. Mnangagwa, don't make a mistake of returning the land back to the white settlers. When they come to Zimbabwe, they must be given a piece of land. Majority of land in Zimbabwe must be owned by indigenous people of Zimbabwe and not politicians, people of Zimbabwe. Because politicians are not people of Zimbabwe, not ZANU-PF connection, but the people of Zimbabwe must own the land and benefit the land. The struggle for economic emancipation so that we realize human rights, it starts here in Southern Africa. It will go from Southern Africa to up the north, so that the whole of Africa is totally liberated. Africans themselves must own their economy. Africans themselves must own their land. Nigeria, Congo, everywhere, Ghana, let Africans own their land. Once they own their land in Mozambique, in Malawi, in Zambia, once they own their economy, you will no longer complain about Zimbabweans here, because they will go back to their country where they will create employment for themselves. So the struggle for the land is not a struggle of South Africa. It doesn't belong to MLO, it belongs to Africa. This is where it is starting. If you fail here, the whole of Africa would have failed. That's why the North gave us political freedom, we must give the non-economic freedom in our lifetime. Africans everywhere else, we must unite. We've got one enemy. The enemy is those who stole our land and they don't want to return it. Therefore, when we go home, let us educate our people. We don't have human rights. For because we are subhuman, until we have discovered our full humanity, there is nothing to celebrate. Thank you very much. Amanda!
Now that y'all are aware, let's go back and let's cover some real basic shit on how all this shit is connected to an African American and the ideas of African Americans struggle for liberation that became the global world perspective for social liberation, motherfucker. We going back to John Dub, and we gonna get into how this shit went down for the Zulu. He was among the pioneer men of letters who helped to establish Zulu literature. He was one of the first published Zulu authors. Although the first published Zulu book was written by Mugama Fuz, whose history of the Zulus, Abantu, and Abamyanama Lopo Benbela Ngakon. I don't know how to speak that shit. It was published in 1922, having been written in the 1880s and as early as 1890s. Dub's first published work was an essay in English on self-improvement and public decency that was published in 1910. The work that was to earn him an honorary doctorate of philosophy was the essay Umantu Izusu Sake Ukabo Lakwa, a man is his own worst enemy. In 1992, Text and Pretext. In 1936, Zulu Old Orthography. He went on to publish a historical novel that has proven to be popular and influenced the Zulu canon titled Insala Kushaka, Shaka's body servant. In 1930, Dub also embarked on writing biographies of the Zulu royal families, especially that of King Dinizulu, making him the first biographer in African literature. There are numerous of other works of less significance, literary qualities, such as essays on Uzakafara on behavior. In addition to his literary works, Dub and his wife founded the first Zulu English newspaper. In 1903, a publication that in 2003 celebrated its century is no longer independent since being bought by the Proto-Politician Association in 1988, led by Mongasotho Bestzali, later to be known as a political party in post-apartheid South Africa called the Inkatha Freedom Party, the IFP. Dub wrote and edited numerous editorials for the paper and under various pseudoisms, as well as publishing some in different poems. He nurtured journalism, who later went on to become editors at his paper and contributed the flourishing field of Zulu literature. Dub and his wife, Nukatela Dub, are credited with making Enoch Songtonga songs. This later became the national anthem after the Oolong Institute Chorus used it. They played it in the South African Native National Congress meeting in 1912, and it was sung after the closing prayers, and the ANC adopted it as its official closing anthem in 1925. Without Booker T, there would have never been an inspiration by Dub to create the ANC that is still rocking and now being taken over by the EFF because they realized these niggas sold us out. They pulled a Martin Luther King on us. Shit too goddamn real for TV. Too goddamn real. Whoever Chubby Rubin is, this goddamn video ain't got shit to do with Winnie. That's what the fuck wrong with you niggas. Y'all got a short attention disorder, motherfucker. I'm trying to show niggas how shit gets started. You want to look at the end. This ain't got shit to do with Winnie. Nigga, when I get ready to do a show to connect shit to Winnie, Winnie is long down the road, 120 years down the goddamn road. We trying to get back to the beginning to understand what the fuck is going on. That's why, motherfucker. You need to understand attention span, motherfucker. When we talking geometry, don't come in this bitch talking about English. When we talking science, don't come up in this motherfucker talking about astrology or some other shit. Keep your motherfucking mind on the subject. I'm not looking for no motherfucking fans. I don't need your punk ass in the motherfucking chat room. I need your motherfucking ass in the PayPal. Get in that motherfucker. Because I got other shit I could be doing than arguing with your punk ass. Let me block you because I know your bitch ass is one of them punk ass niggas on your fucking fake channels. The fuck out of here. Where my gangsters at? Check these motherfucker. I want to hear no dumb shit in the chat. You niggas ain't putting out no motherfucking videos with no substance in it. You ain't connecting no motherfucking dots. You ain't doing shit to help this motherfucking situation. So a motherfucker could get his mind right so he could free his motherfucking self. You don't get free till you get your motherfucking mind right. As long as you confused about what the fuck is going on, you're enslaved in your own goddamn mind. You ain't no fucking gangster, nigga. That's why your bitch ass is in the chat room. You ain't know nothing, nigga. You faking. These niggas love to be gangsters on YouTube and shit. When the fuck is you doing gangster, nigga? The white man running around this motherfucker punking you. And you over here talking about your gangster. Bitch, go tell the white man you're gangster. The fuck is you telling me for? What gang you from, nigga? The fuck is you talking about? Niggas love to be gangster. Niggas love to be army men when it ain't no war. Motherfucker, go join a war, bitch, and tell me how gangster you is when you get back. Don't come in my chat room talking about your gangster, nigga. Crying and shit because a motherfucker checked you, nigga. You listening to the songs of the Christian bully, bitch. Look at this nigga. This motherfucker. All these old fake ass channels. Nigga, you niggas ain't gangster. I wish you niggas would. There's always the fake channels. How come my motherfucking block game don't work? How is this motherfucker still talking? Oh, I gotta do you like that. That's how I gotta do you. I gotta do you that way. It don't work when I don't hit you like that. I gotta send you all the way the fuck up out of here. All right, now you out of here, motherfucker. Go claim to be gangster with a fake ass YouTube channel, nigga, on Sinetta. Bang on Sinetta. That's probably Sinetta though. That's why you don't want to bang on him, because it is Sinetta. Everybody sign. I told you Sinetta represents the conscious fake black power community. So when I say Sinetta, I'm not really just talking about Sinetta on the Sinetta TV network. I'm talking about all these fake black power niggas who follow the lingo they spit over there. But I did see one real post by somebody representing Comedic RBG. For one, said some real shit. I got to give you some credit. He says Blyden and Booker is all we need. I gotta give you some props to even be willing to write that statement, knowing that I banged hard to try to get them in the door and get that in anybody's motherfucking mindset that would be bad enough to represent Comedic RBG and just keep it honest. See, once you keep it honest, you got no other opportunity but to get right. Because now niggas is speaking honestly. But when you like them niggas on Sinetta TV, where you willing to come on this motherfucker and say whatever you gotta say so that your videos do 100,000 views because you telling the kids what they want to hear, that they could drink Kool-Aid all day. What up, GG? The capital G? But see, I can go further. I just wanted to show y'all, those that you've been following, how cold the paradigm I'm pushing affects the agendas that's prosperous today. But none of these niggas will connect their flow to Booker T. Washington. They can connect their shit to W.E.B. Du Bois, though. They can connect their shit to the Harlem Renaissance. I will connect these niggas to the Harlem Renaissance in seconds by mere education of their motherfucking leaders. I'll show you right which group they was fucking with. So if y'all really, really, really want to get some hit rock going, go buy Harold Cruz, The Crisis of the Negro Intellectual. Go get you a Thomas Sowell book. Go learn a little something about Booker T. And if you can find a copy, review Digital Pit Boss. Now here comes a police question. Was Booker T funded by the Rothschilds? Every white man in a motherfucking America gave Booker T some money. Because every motherfucking white man was laying on his motherfucking floor, impressed. They ain't never seen a man on the universe as cold as Booker T. When he spoke, he didn't give a fuck who you was. Black folks ain't got shit and wouldn't give a fuck where the money come from. Now ask me, did he spend his money on the Rothschilds? Did he go build a school for the Rothschilds? Who in the fuck was he teaching how to make bricks? Did he teach any of the Rothschild kids how to make bricks? Or did he sell the Rothschilds bricks? Y'all niggas is so worried about the dumb shit because you been confused. I'ma unconfuse you though. It's very known that you can walk on Tuskegee and see the white men that gave this nigga money. What in the fuck do you want him to do? Go to the niggas and get some motherfucking money? That's why he there, because the niggas ain't got no money. So who in the fuck who else you gonna take the money from but the motherfuckers who worked you like a slave while they laid back? He went to the motherfuckers who was billionaires of the day. Where the fuck you think they got the money? Slavery. So every white man that gave him money, his family owned slaves and made them niggas billionaires. And he said, look, motherfucker, I'm aware how you got rich bitch. Come up off some of that bread, or I'm gonna have to go get the niggas to come kill you. They said, you right. I'm gonna give you some of this bread back. So hell fucking yeah. They gave him money. I know, man, I just be snapping because you don't understand. I'm 1,000 videos in, and every time I drop the motherfucking information, I got to fight 100 dumbass niggas just to speak my speech. These niggas don't never let pit boss talk without interrupting with the dumb shit. That's just the way it is. So I'm snapping because nigga, my nigga, you 1,000 videos late. I've been fighting this whole fight by my motherfucking self. Y'all niggas don't help me. You don't financially help me. You don't promote me. You ain't fighting for me to get on one of these motherfucking channels where the numbers is at and kill these niggas game. I wish I was on Black Magic 363. I'll pull out the motherfucking rainbow magic and spray this motherfucker. I hit them niggas with the opposite of black magic. I get them niggas white magic 363 all up in that motherfucker. They'll be looking like, damn, ain't nobody ever came on this motherfucker and killed it like you. I'll outdo every speaker ever been on that motherfucker when I'm done. Just because I know 100,000 motherfuckers about to watch this, I'm about to perform. I've listened to everybody. All these niggas is working for the bullshit. All these niggas propagating the bullshit. That's why they not even tuned in to South Africa right now. As much shit going on live on the motherfucking news camera, none of these niggas is focused on it. They talking black power over there. They holding up the black fist. They yelling out, we socialist Marxists, communists, with a little bit of black nationalism involved, with a little bit of Booker T, with a little bit of Garvey, mixed with some Karl Marx. They honest. That's why I fuck with it, because I can fuck with you if you're honest. Just tell me that you operating black magic and stop telling me you operating comedic mystery system. Nigga, that's black magic. What the fuck are you talking about? Quit lying and just keep it 100. Then I can fuck with you. But if you walk up trying to make it sound good, trying to double speak me, I'ma decode your ass. And be like, get your bitch ass out. I ain't got time for lies. Stop telling me the white man wrote the Bible. Nigga, the Bible is astrology, geometry, trigonometry, and a whole lot of other ometries. They don't got that much motherfucking knowledge at the time to write this shit. Fuck is you talking about? Only black people had that much knowledge. Fuck is you talking about? It's all good though, pimp. Trust me, when you get used to Pitt, I snap at my own motherfucking friends on here. Motherfuckers who call me every day, I go off on them. It's just for fun, entertainment too. Because if I don't, flip out on this motherfucker, they don't listen. This motherfucker got 16 views. But yesterday when I was talking about tramp thoughts in the YouTube world, this motherfucker was on like 60. I talk about some real shit. Them dumb niggas won't tune in. Great. I talk to the 16 motherfuckers who really want to know. Spread the word. I'm Digital Pit Boss. You want to support the show? Go in the video and hit the PayPal link. Don't put shit on my super chat. I won't see that money for 8 months. Go to the super chat. Make me proud to come back on this motherfucker and go in. But other than that, I just do what the fuck I feel like doing. Holla back.